Greetings ladies and gentlemen, Loz here, your friendly neighbourhood city planner. Today we've got a number of issues to sort out. First up, we've got the death care problem that we can all see in front of us here. I probably don't have them placed too well all the way back down over here, so I'm going to go put one right at the end here. Oh, where was it? I did look at this just briefly before. Damn it. Oh well, that building's gone. It'll pop up another one there. And I think I may... Actually, you know what? We'll leave it as that at that one just for now. And hope for the best. And I think I want to add a hospital in. I'd completely forgotten that I had this awesome looking hospital. Alright, look at that. That is a pretty cool asset. I like that one. It fits well with the style as well. So, you know, right in the middle there. That'll help out a lot. Next up, so I genuinely think that, you know, that one crematorium up in the back here will help a lot, and it will clear up all of the problems here. These guys, they've got to travel too far, way too far. Now, I also noticed this. I built all this, and I didn't even consider, like, thinking about checking treatment, sewage treatment. Nowhere near good enough. So I'm just going to throw another one of these in here temporarily, connect it up, and we'll leave it at that. Later on, I am going to build what will hopefully be a functioning sewage treatment plant. Which, you know, what have I got over here? Is this connected? Where does that go? What did I do there? Oh, I was testing a... Yeah, okay. I'd completely forgot I was testing a water outlet, like, pump sort of thing. Works pretty well. Except it doesn't have the animation of the water coming out. Anyway, back on track. Where was I? So, that should be that sewage problem sorted out. Just one more complaining there. Done. And it appears we've got some burnt down buildings. We had a fire station here. We do. Okay. I have to keep an eye on that. And this traffic's going to build up a lot. We're going to need to add another interchange over this end. I want to see how much the traffic builds up before I do that, though. It's going to get pretty crazy. And I don't want to go and build something that can handle what's there now, but not what's going to be there when it's all filled up. You know what I mean. Alright. So, next up, I think I need to expand the residential a bit more. I will jump straight into that. We will upgrade. I just want to quickly upgrade these roads. I'm not going to upgrade all the roads around the city, you know, while you guys are watching. I think we all know how that works. You don't need to see all that happening. We'll bring this down alongside the canal. This one up the back here, we'll bring it down. I'll try and get that in line. Where does that line up? I'm hoping, you know, I get that lined up just right. Where is it? Where is it? About there? That looks pretty good. That's very close to 90 degrees. Very, very close. And the node editor, I'll quickly adjust these and we'll jump right back. Okay, that's it. That's that done. The road along the back here, I've dropped it all down so it's nice and straight. And I've also gone through and adjusted some of the terrain heights as well so that buildings don't pop up at weird places. We'll go ahead and add a little bit more in on the roads here. I'm still not sure. Like, I think maybe I'll bring one out to the center. Take it down that way a little. Or maybe back up here. Maybe? Maybe. Yes. Back up to there. So, now... Actually, you know what? That's not going to be right with the gap on the left there. Well, it's a little bit more than on the right. I'm just trying... So what I want to do... What I'm trying to do here is... Mate, so Rob, you're a dangerous man. You made that comment in one of the last videos about the buildings not having road access where they've got parking lots at the back. And I wasn't able to stop thinking about that simple fact ever since that. So now from now on, I'm allowing this gap around the back where I can either use the surface painter to add some concrete in to make it look like it can all be driven on, or I will use these 2-lane alleys. Check that out. That will work nicely along the back of buildings. I think it will work very, very nicely. We're going to find out today. So, that, actually, you know what? I'll add one more little bit to this. We'll add, let's bring it out this way a little further and bring it straight up there. Aw, man. Balls. Let's go on and... See, I hate it when it does this. Now I won't get the full-size building on one of these corners. That is rather frustrating, but that's alright. I'll live with it. It is what it is. Now the other thing I want... So that's going to all be residential. And we'll build a park back in here. The other thing I want to do is bring this... Why won't that bring that across there? I want to bring it across the canal. Let's just quickly lift the height of this one up. I think it was a little too low to go across the top of the canal. Now, yes, yes. Where's that 90 degrees? 80, 88, 82. Oh, come on, man. Come on. Oh, why? Why won't you do 90? Okay, looks like we've got to deal with 88. Where was it? Okay, look. I can live with 88. Hate this, but I can live with it. And we'll bring this back up here somewhere. Let's take it to about here. This space over here, we'll add a little park that is like a, you know, an area for the hospital patients to come out and relax behind the buildings. A little park, you know, because they need to stretch their legs. Okay, alright. Let's get our plumbing sorted out. Because people complain when they don't have running water. They don't understand why. You know, people live without running water for a long time. So we'll bring all these. Get it in the right spot. Get it. There we go. Now that one's perfect. And we've just got this tiny little bit over here that's not covered. So we'll just take it out that bit further and bam. There it is. Okay, so on the left over here, well, I say left, it was kind of in front of us. We'll do all of this residential. Fun, fun. How about I paint the ones that are close first to where they'll get electricity. I don't want them popping up over here and, you know, not being connected. And in the center here. Now, this one I'm kind of a little bit torn on. I want a mix of commercial and office. I think if I do the commercial, it would probably make more sense to have the commercial down the main road. You know, they want their street front where they've got a lot of traffic going past for advertising, and the office is back in behind. So now that our demand's going to jump all over the place with that. I did briefly think about seeing what buildings look like along here, but it just looks ridiculous. It looks terrible. I did try it a little bit off camera. It looks terrible. Yeah. We won't go there. Now, next. What's next? So, we've got these buildings in. And yes, they have started building over in the corner here where they're complaining about power. Hopefully they won't, you know, start abandoning buildings before it actually reaches some... Let's pick up the speed. And we'll see. You know, it'll get there, right? We'll just leave it. I did also notice that we've got one building burnt down up here. So, it's still too far away from the emergency services to, you know, prevent problems. I'm starting to think, like, it doesn't really work. There's nowhere where I can put anything further up. So I'm starting to think that maybe, just maybe, I either start winding this down and actually connect up these three back to a small bridge that comes across to the main part of the city over here, or I bring it up to this part of the dam and have that connected. And there would possibly be enough room up here to have some emergency services along this section of road. Just a thought. Feel free to weigh in. Let me know what you think I should do. So, What next? What next? This is still developing. Not quick enough. Not quick enough, guys. Alright, so I'm going to sort out a few of the little aesthetic problems that Rob highlighted, where these buildings, these parking lots at the back of the buildings don't have road access. I will do my best with what's already in place. In some cases, I will be able to use those, the 2-lane alleyways or the single-lane alleyways. Like, along out the back here, it should be pretty easy. Right, you know, I've still got plenty of space around here to work with. This side, not so much, especially, you know, up through here, and where, you know, where I've already done this park. I don't want to go and do anything over the top of that. Learn, but not redo. I'm not going to redo it. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and do that. We will jump ahead and then I'll run back through and go over everything I've done. Alright guys, so that's that done. Now let's quickly run over what I did. There were a lot of places like this where I just filled it in with the surface paint, and it does look a lot better. It looks like you could drive through, I don't know, through the gap between a building here, and that's a big enough gap to fit a couple of cars. And yep, that's all usable, right? Okay, yep, and same along here. Ah, I missed a spot. Whoops. We'll just quickly fill that in. Done. Now, you didn't see it. So the whole idea with these European buildings is some of them, well, there's conveniently 2 right here, have these archways that you could drive through and others don't. So they form these little blocks in behind where, you know, one building might allow access behind to 4 or 5. Sometimes it doesn't work that way though. So, yep, filled in a few spots up here, not too much. There wasn't a great deal I could do around here without going back through and redoing pathways and removing all the props that I've already put down. That's about all I did with that section, right? I'd already put a lot of effort into the detail here. Further down though, where I hadn't gone through and added in the parks, I added in those 2-lane alleyways. It looks so much better. So much better. And now I can breathe a sigh of relief that all these little people can actually get to the rear of their properties. Regardless of how ridiculous the parking is, they can get there. Let's just forget about, you know, the angles that they're parking at. Alright, so, yeah, we've done that one there. We've come back through here, where, you know, we've gone around all the way nice and tight around the back of the buildings. You can see another one here, where I've come through. And I'm still waiting for another building to pop up here. There was a lot of touching up around the edges of these 2-lane alleyways with the surface paint tool to get it to kind of all fit in. This one here I've done. Along the back here, I haven't decided how I'm going to do that yet. So I don't know if I'm actually going to have more buildings back here or something else. Yet to be determined. And I think, oh yeah, this spot up here, I added the same 2-lane alleyways in up here. And look, I think this does add a level of, you know, complexity to the city, but it also makes it look a lot more, well, just better. It looks better, right? It looks like this is all... Yes, you can park there. You can park there too. Any of these places you can park, right? There's nothing ridiculous about it whatsoever. Like this, you could park there. Perfectly fine. Alright, so next. What am I going to do next? It's going to be a park back in here. First thing I need to do, I actually need to disable the grid. I think it is well, the zonable areas for these. Oh damn it! Of course it's got them zoned. Remove that one, and where is it? I've got 2 mod buttons overlapping each other here. If I get it just right, I think I got it that time. If I get it just right, it clicks the one underneath, and there it is. All right, so we've got a path going that way. Let's just... I think I might just go straight, actually, along here, and we'll do another curve. We'll bring it back down. We need to connect it back up here, and that'll be it. Now, that's likely... upgraded this. No, are they still? They actually look like they're still like the grid, the zonable roads, which is good. Sometimes when you disable the zoning, and you place a road next to another one, like you join them together, it goes ahead and removes the zoning from the one next to it if it has to make any minor changes to that road at all, which can be a bit frustrating. Alright, it's a interesting shape. I can work with that. What park to use? Now, I need to fit something in there. Balls. Because it's not zonable, I can't place anything next to it. Now I've got to switch back and... I can get this. There it is. Okay. And what I might just do, if I flip to this one, maybe? Hit that upgrade button. I should upgrade it. And now I can flip back to this one, upgrade again, and it's zonable. So now I can go ahead and build a park. Well, which one do I want to use? I want to try and find one that is appropriately sized for this area. Now, you know what? What is that? Dog park. I don't know. Let's expand this out and see what else we've got to work with. No, that's way too small. Beach? No. No, 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 no. A lot of no's. Ooh, but. So, basketball court. That might work. Let's build a basketball court in there. Yep. You know, it's actually adjusted the terrain so the court itself is flat. That's good. That's actually pretty awesome. Alrighty, so next let's go ahead and get some of these props down. I'll first do the plants around the paths. So actually, you know what, guys? I went and removed a mod before recording this episode. I found, so one of the mods was intended to get the images from the workshop. What am I doing? Why am I not using the prop line tool? Let's remove that one. Where's there? Here we go. Okay. So as I was saying, I went and removed one mod, right? The intention of it was built for all the assets that didn't have an icon. It was meant to go into the workshop and find the images for them and use that as the icon. But what I found it did instead was remove the working icon from other assets that were perfectly fine. I removed the mod and now I've actually got more assets with icons than I had before the mod that was meant to fix it. Work that one out. Alright. Now, where... Oh, damn it. I'm just trying to work out how to place this one. There. And that'll have to do. Alright. It's not going to be 100% perfect. What I do need to do though is, where's my settings? I need to... PLT and a key. So the orange dots. It should... What? It should place them. Prop and a key. Switch that one on. Shortcut. Keyboard shortcuts. There's all the mods. I gotta learn all the keyboard shortcuts for them. It's real. Oh, look at that alignment. That was first go, folks. Can you tell I've practiced this? Well, guess what? I haven't. Well, you know, apart from the other areas that I've done. Nope, not good enough. No, too much of a curve. Let's bring it there. That will work. Where's that last one? Oh, we'll get away with that. That one we'll get away with. And, ooh, where is it? Let's pop it there. Okay. And then back around this side, where we get a nice little curve on the corner. Not that it matters, because it's only, well, the curve does matter, but it actually only placed one, so, you know, that didn't really... It could have been placed as an individual prop. Alright, that's that part done. Now, just to finish it off, like I've said before, I don't want to go too over top, but I want to keep it all very similar. So we're just going to use these Birch Summer Edition trees. And I'm just going to quickly, I want to scatter them around, right? So that, you know, they look like it's semi-planned out. And actually, I probably could have used the prop line tool down there. You know, too late now, too late. And there's probably still plenty of opportunities for me to use it, but yeah, I'm already here. I'm already doing it this way. It's done. It's done. Okay, so let's throw a few more down here. I did think about filling all this out with the surface paint, but the way the terrain's sitting there, it just would have looked way too... Like, some of this is already stretching the realms of what is and isn't really acceptable for this game. And, you know, it already had that terrain color, the texture, that is that of a very steep surface, so I thought, you know, keep it that way. Keep it that way. Through the middle of this. Now, what I want to add in there is a bit more detail. So this is, like, I'm just trying to think, right? If I use the prop line tool, bring up my options, bring the distance, let's bring the distance right down. Let's see what this looks like. If we do that. Okay, so that's those ones down. Let's see what other, you know, what other bits we can fill out underneath here. If we... Oh, what happened to my camera there? It jumped on me. If we go ahead and set these the width apart, and we just do a couple of rows. Right? This is not looking too shabby. I think that's looking alright. That looks pretty alright. I think that's all it needs. Actually, you know what? We may as well, you know, we're keeping with the same theme, so we may as well put some of the Cordies. I'm going to call them Cordies. Cordyline Cherry Sensation. I'm going to put some of them just down either side. Like that spacing wasn't great. Is that going to put one right at the end there for me? It will, but I'll come back and place one as like a single prop in just a moment. And a few down that side. There we go. And single prop. Fit one there on the end. And one right there. Okay. Like, you know, as a quick little garden, I'm happy with how that turned out. What else am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like there's something that I did on the other side here that I haven't done here yet. Actually, it does look like I could use maybe one or two more of these just around like so. That looks better. Hey, this guy's not meant to be using this road. Like, this is a path. I get that service vehicles and emergency vehicles would drive along here if needed, but some random dude is not meant to take a shortcut to get, like, pull up right out the front of the basketball court. But I notice it happens every now and then. The majority walk, but then there's that one selfish beep that just drives all the way up there and runs over people. Okay, so moving on. I think, you know what? This is where we might leave it today. So I have neatened all this up. I hope you're happy, Rob. I hope you like this. I do. You know, you comment got in the back of my mind, and I couldn't stop thinking about it. And this is the result. There's still not a building in here. Is that zoned? Yeah, it helps if I zone it. As I was saying, Rob, I hope you like it. I do. I'm pleased with how that turned out, adding in these streets back behind. And yeah, it does add something to the style. And before we finish, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret now. So I did start toying around with the idea of where a larger, more modern city can fit in. I'm going to have to actually get a service road connection down here. Maybe that can be in the next episode because it's a fair way up here. Alright. So all the way down this valley will be the more traditional style European buildings. Then as we move down, along the front here, along the coast, we will build a big modern city. So everything back up higher in the mountains will be the more traditional. And then as we get down to the coast, it will become, pretty much anything beyond this point will become a large, like, modern city with skyscrapers. I'm trying a few things out. You might notice the ploppable Rico mod there. So yeah, that's that. Alright guys, you know what to do. Hit that like. Oh man. See, now one of the ploppable buildings has just popped up here. I thought I'd remove them all from... Let's just remove that. I just need to double check my the assets in each theme and make sure there's nothing like that just showing up randomly. Okay, so you guys know what to do. Hit that like, dislike, leave a comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you again next time.